Chainsaw Man.
Oh, are we going to Chainsaw Man?
Back!
Oh yeah, we're back, baby.
Oh, I'm surprised. I thought we was going to do Jujutsu Kaisen next.
We'll do it after
Okay.
this one.
I see it goes next on the list. You're right. You got it.
Yeah.
Actually, Undead Unluck does, but whatever.
Well, we'll figure out where it lands next week. I don't know.
Switch. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Anyway, this is Chainsaw Man. It's back, baby. Very excited. For those of you who don't know, we actually have covered a lot of Chainsaw Man when it was running initially. We have all those videos on our YouTube, so if you wanted to get a little bit of what we thought about the previous part, it's all up there somewhere. I have it in a playlist. I'll try to link it in one of the fancy video thingies. So, check it out there. But we're back with Chainsaw Man. This is Chainsaw Man chapter 98, Bird and War. And it starts off in a very Chainsaw Man way. It's very, we open in a classroom where a teacher is doing like a little bit of a class pet project for the class. How sometimes schools would be like, hey, take care of this thing for a while. And, at the end, we'll do something with it or whatever. This time, it's a live chicken demon. It's a chicken devil, turns out. So from
Random.
Yeah, for the people who are uninitiated, really, everything that people are even relatively afraid of are manifested in physical form as devils. There's devils for guns, there's devils for knives, there's devils for bombs, all that kind of stuff. And there's devils for chickens. So we open up with this. This teacher is just holding a chicken devil, and they're going to take care of it for 3 months, and it talks too. It makes egg puns as well. It says, "I'm excited to see you all."
Excited, yeah. Very good.
Very good. Very obnoxious and very weirdly gag-like, but that's also very Chainsaw Man. But yeah. So basically, they're like, "I just want you to see how precious life is," and at the end, 3 months from now, you guys are going to kill and eat Bucky, which is the name of the chicken devil that was given. And Bucky goes, Buck, what the clock? He's having a lot of fun with this. So yeah, it really, the kids really take to the chicken devil pretty well immediately. It's like, is it really safe to touch this devil? I mean, nobody's afraid of chicken. It must be a weak one. And yeah, it starts crying. It's like, oh no, I don't want to get eaten. If you eat me, I'll die. And it starts crying, but the crying is like blood coming out of the severed neck. Gross.
Yeah, very morbid.
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
Yeah, I would say it's morbid. It's very morbid.
I'm going to do a quick Google search.
No, I think you got the word right. So this girl is by the door, and she's leaving basically because the fucking Bucky is sitting on her desk. And one of the students mentions that her parents were eaten by a devil. So reasonably, she hates all devils, no matter how weak they are. The class president comes up to kind of talk her into just calm down. It's not going to be here forever. It'll only be here for 100 days. Yeah, we cut back to a couple of scenes of the kids kind of getting to know the chicken. The chicken starts to make the kids laugh, and the kids start to really like the fucking chicken devil. So after then 3 months pass, it is now the day that they have to that a student with aspirations to become a devil hunter kills Bucky. And Bucky goes, "Baka." So, one of the students stands up, the class president that actually talked to the young lady who is our, I guess, protagonist for the chapter. I want to see her name because it's been, I don't think they mentioned it at this point. I don't remember. She's new. So
the class president.
No, I know the class president is fine. The girl, the main girl of this chapter, I guess, is what I'm looking for. But anyway, all the kids get up at once and declare that they will not eat Bucky. They understand that they eat living things, but Bucky isn't a chicken or a devil to them anymore. Bucky is their friend, and thus they can't bring themselves to kill and eat Bucky. And with the teacher saying, the teacher takes that to heart, is like, okay, Bucky is hereby pardoned and will continue to live as a member of the class. And everybody's like, yeah, Bucky, yeah, wholesome moment.
Sure.
Yeah, very, very sweet. The young lady is, her name is Asa. Asa's pissed. She's like, I thought we were going to fucking kill this thing.
She's more perturbed by it than I was.
Mm-hmm.
Reading those 2 business class pages.
Yeah.
It says a lot.
So, yeah, she's just sitting to herself right now because she cannot believe that they're leaving this fucking chicken alive. And the class president, like, invites them to come play. Bucky goes, Asa Mitaka, come out of your shell and play soccer with us, you know? And she's actually kind of shocked that the chicken devil remembers her name. And so, you know, her heart warms up and she's like, I see, I was just jealous of them because I guess, like, you know, they were friends and all that stuff. So she runs off with Bucky in her arms, running towards the class, and she trips, she falls on Bucky and fucking kills him.
Like that. Bucky, the chicken devil, is dead.
Yeah, and in a very particularly gross way. His guts are like spilling out. It's pretty brutal. I was actually kind of sad about it. But yeah, everybody crowds around and is like, oh shit. And all the students start looking at her like she's some kind of monster. Because, you know, she killed what was basically all their fun, adorable chicken friend. So, you know, she could just feel that everybody fucking hates her guts. They buried Bucky in the backyard. And she's just kind of like massively depressed. She can't get out of bed. And, you know, whenever she goes to school, she knows that they're just like staring at her because of what she did. And so she gets a knock on the door, and it's the class president and the teacher. And they were going to go take her to visit Bucky's grave so that, you know,
she could pay her condolences.
Yeah, Mitaka could get some closure for what happened. And then she just stops, and they're like, wait, what's wrong? And she's like, the crossing signal's red. So, you know, they're just like, well, nobody's here. Why are you stressed? And at that point, the president gets kind of like, the class president.
She says, hold on. She says that it's night. There aren't any cars around. It's no big deal. See, when I first read this chapter, I didn't realize that it was nighttime.
Oh, yeah.
And I should have realized something was weird there.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
You got the teacher and the class president.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah.
This other classmate's house at the middle of the night.
Yeah, that is weird.
Cars out. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I guess like it really is hard to tell.
They really care about the chicken, you know?
Yeah, you know. Or
maybe.
Yeah, or, you know, something more insidious.
A little bit more sinister at play?
I would think so. Hey, what series are we reading? Of course. So this the class president starts like talking about how like she's always a goody two shoes, and
she's always times, bro.
She's pissed. And she's like, "Did you know that Mr. Tanaka apologized for Bucky's death on behalf of you to the whole class?"
Now time out. I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
Come on. He did it for her. That's what you know.
You know, teachers.
He was looking out for her. You know what I mean? Like she wasn't strong enough to deal with that.
Yeah, no
so
big deal.
She did it for the class to not make things awkward for her. I could rationalize that.
Yeah, and then she's like, "Did you know that Mr. Tanaka was the one who told me to befriend you?" And then they're like, again, reasonable teacher thing, I guess.
Yeah, I made a face because her body Something's going on there.
Yeah, something weird's going on. It's just like glorping around.
Yeah, she's kind of looking like Hunchback of Notre Dame a little bit, but
Yeah. And then she's like, "Did you know that Mr. Tanaka likes you even though he's having sex with me?" Oh. Oh, dude.
Okay, it was the fact that she started clearly looking abnormal, but she was still saying regular stuff. So I'm like, okay, there's something going on with this girl, but like then it turns to a million.
Yeah.
Like, did you know the teacher's a fucking a pedophile?
Yeah.
And even though he's busting me down, he still wants you. I was just like, while she's turning into an intestine monster.
Yeah, it's turning.
That's the only way I can describe it.
Yeah.
This Chainsaw Man is back. Oh, it's not over yet, though, guys.
Oh yeah. So she turns into this giant intestine monster with multiple faces, and she reveals that she made a contract with the Justice Devil. Apparently this is the Justice Devil, and she made a contract with it to find out how to reach a happy ending, her happy ending with Mr. Tanaka, and the only way to do it,
games.
yeah, and the only way to do it is for her to die. So she just like attacks, and the teacher's just like, "Prez," and I'm like, "This is." Is that all you gotta say, bro? Prez?
Are you still trying to communicate
with
this monster that you was fucking?
As if it were a child still? Yeah. Oh, like, it's like, oh, I hate when she does this.
Yeah, right, it's so cat.
I hate when she turns into the Justice Devil and kills people.
Like, I want to believe that the artist did it this way to show the casualty of it, and not that maybe he just didn't make his face as dramatic as it could have been.
Yeah. Prez, come on. Why you always gotta be that way, Prez?
not this again.
You can't turn into the Justice Devil every time someone pisses you off. So yeah, there you go. And it turns out that she was responsible for Mitaka tripping and killing Bucky, because she tripped her using, I guess, her abilities. And that's fucked up. It was her fault. So, she comes in and she actually manages to kill Mitaka. She just slashes the shit out of her. And the last thoughts before Mitaka dies is that, oh, I wasn't responsible for his death at all. Oh, the class president was jealous of me too. It must be like that for everyone. Everyone's jealous of somebody. And if she had only known, she could have had a better life. And she wishes that she had tried living life just a little more selfishly before she dies.
That's pretty deep, man. Also, very Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah. So her face guts are all over the floor. Whatever.
Yeah, her eyeball wires is like just her eyeballs like kind of slouched out, so they're just like.
Yeah.
They're like spaghetti and meatballs essentially.
Yep. So, I guess the move to the different magazine really allowed him to just be extra gruesome.
Yeah.
But, her disembodied eyeball, I guess in its last moments, are looking up at the street light. And you just see these two white circles staring down at her. And we get a better view of it, which is this weird owl-looking thing looking down. And is basically just like, if you want to live, your body will be mine. Yeah, I guess it possesses Mitaka, and she rises from the dead. She then says Tanaka's spinal cord. And
wait. Do you notice how one of the heads peeps her? Only one of the heads look at her. Oh no, two of them.
Yeah, I see.
This one, the one on the left, and the one all the way on the right that's kind of hiding behind the other face, because she's like, whoa. I thought that was actually really funny.
Yeah. So yeah, she pulls this guy Tanaka, the teacher's head, off his body, and then turns his spinal cord into a sword. Pretty brutal.
Be brutal.
Yeah, and the Justice Devil lady is just like, "Who the hell are you?" And she's like, "Who am I? My name is the War Devil. Die for my warm-up kill." And
Warm up. Yeah.
yeesh. Justice Devil, of course, just tries to attack, but she slices it, samurai style. You don't really see it. It just like her arm flies off.
So gross too. It looks like a artery.
Yeah, it's real gross. And then she just grabs it and transforms it into a hand grenade, which is wild. And she just like Justice Devil goes to counter, and she just slices this thing clean in half. Oh man, and the hand and the head of the sword, the Mr. Tanaka sword, lands on her head, and they kiss.
Oh.
Ugh. And then she, like, as War Devil is walking away, she just throws the hand grenade that she made out of the Justice Devil's hand. Big 2-page spread of cool guy, don't look at explosions type of thing. As heads and guts explode everywhere.
Gross.
Gross and pretty edge and badass. Not for nothing. So
at least she died happy.
Yeah.
The student.
Yeah, I guess so. If you could call it that. The War Devil passes by this poster of Chainsaw Man. There's a Chainsaw Man calling party happening soon. And she looks at it and says, "Just you wait, Chainsaw Man. I'll make you vomit nuclear weapons back up."
What?
Okay. A little bit of a refresher about what makes Chainsaw Man, in particular, a very special demon. The Chainsaw Devil seems to have the ability to eat things and phase them out of existence. So,
oh yeah,
if he eats a devil, whatever concept that devil represents disappears from the earth forever. It's been revealed that he's apparently eaten a Holocaust devil. So the Holocaust doesn't exist anymore in history, it turns out. For example.
Man, this show's great for Holocaust deniers.
I mean, I guess so. I mean, it didn't make the Holocaust not happen. It just eliminated the idea of Holocausts from the world permanently.
Oh.
Usually when devils die, they just go back in hell, and there's like a cycle of returning to Earth and then going back to hell and vice versa. If they die in hell, they come to Earth. So there's always just that thing happening. But the thing about Chainsaw Man is that if he eats you, you're gone. You don't revive in any other way. Unless you're Makima. But that's a story for another day. I guess the implication is that at some point, the Chainsaw Man has eaten the nuclear weapons devil. So, I guess this implies that he can also bring things back. He can choose to regurgitate these concepts, is the implication here. And I think that's what the War Devil is after, at the end of the day. So that's
the War Devil, yeah.
Yeah, that was chapter 98. 2 chapters we had, because we're doing this on a Tuesday, when Chainsaw Man usually comes out. It doesn't come out with the other shonen series that we usually cover. So we might be, I guess, a chapter behind every time we cover it, for the most part. But because we usually record on Mondays, but we'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky. But anyway, we do have 2 chapters this week. This is chapter 99.
Yes,
this is chapter 99, 2 birds. And we open up with Mitaka. 2 birds, 1 stone. We open up with Mitaka getting up the next morning. She looks in the glass reflection of herself, and she remembers that she got face gutted, and she doesn't see any scars on there and on her face. And she's like, "Whoa, was it all a dream?" And you see the War Devil in her body going like, "It's no dream, girl." So she freaks out, and she says, "This is your reality. Hurry up and accept it." And the War Devil basically says, "Now eat and go to school, disobey and I'll kill you." And that's kind of the overall vibe of this chapter. There is a physical manifestation of the War Devil, but it is just in her head. Only she can see it. It's more like, just a physical way of having the War Devil being able to communicate with her and make it more visual that way. But there's a little bit of an explanation there. As she's going to school, they talk about that the War Devil left half of her brain intact, so they share a body essentially. The War Devil only kept her alive because she's unfamiliar with human society, so she needs a human half to kind of like avoid suspicion. And the reason that she wants Mitaka to go to school so badly is that it turns out Chainsaw Man goes to her school. So that's pretty cool. And the way that the War Devil knows this is that a devil killed by the Chainsaw Man was found clutching a button, and the button she found out was used for the school uniforms of this particular school. So Denji's here somewhere. That's cool. And so they arrive at the school, and Mitaka's like, on second thought, I don't want to fucking go in there. And she's like, I'll kill you if you don't go inside. He's like, I'd rather die. Everybody hates me because of this goddamn chicken situation. I don't want to go. That's when I think the squid guy, I don't know if you remember this guy, but he's like kind of like a side character of the Devil Association. I vaguely remember him. He has this big squid devil that he summons sometimes, octopus devil.
Oh, really? This guy with the black hair?
Yeah, I recognize him vaguely. I forget his name.
No way.
But he's like kind of one of these side devil hunters of the society. Yeah, I just don't remember his name. I'm just going to call him Octopus Boy for the time being.
Okay, are you sure? Like, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
not denying it. I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
I know. Would be pretty wild.
I'm just pretty sure. I remember his eyes and the fact that he has like earrings. I could be entirely wrong, but for whatever reason, I recognize this character. So basically, the War Devil's like, ask him if he knows the Chainsaw Man, and
immediately like,
all right,
ask him now.
So, she's like, no, I don't want to. And then she's just like, fine, I'll do it myself. And she takes over Mitaka's body and she says, hey, boy, do you know about Chainsaw Man coming to the school? And it turns out the scars manifest when she takes over Mitaka's body.
Pretty cool, actually. But very obvious.
Yeah.
Like, how do you manifest scars out of nowhere?
I guess I really don't know. I think like the implication is that the scars come on, but I don't know. Anyway, she's like, the guy's like, I heard there was a rumor that he was transferred here, but I don't know anything else. He may or may not be the guy that I recognize, but I'll look into my volumes later. I have them all here. So he basically says like Chainsaw Man might be in the Devil Hunter Club or something. And that's when the War Devil's like, hey boy, shall I make you my girlfriend, my boyfriend? And Mitaka's ghost is like, oh,
oh my god.
Oh my god. And he goes, nah, I'm good.
Nah, I'm good.
And then
I put the pause for the dot. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, then he just walks away, says bye, and he leaves. And Mitsuko's like, why'd you ask him down? Why'd you ask him out? And he's like, I have the power to turn what's mine into weapons. If that boy fell for me,
makes sense.
Yeah, if that boy fell for him, that would make him mine. No, I could turn him into a weapon. I want to turn as many humans into weapons as I can to go to war with the Chainsaw Man.
Damn.
Hey, she is the War Devil. And it's really just hitting Mitaka at this moment, just like, fuck, I'm involved in some serious shit. So, that's not good. And as she's thinking about like going to a devil hunter or something, she's like, spill the beans about me and you're dead. You can't hide your thoughts from me. I am you. So, don't try anything funny. And she basically makes a deal. It's like, hey, if we beat Chainsaw Man, then I'll return you to your body. That's fair? And she's like, all right, I guess I have no choice really. So, deal. It's not like she has a deal. So she joins the Devil Hunter club, and they explain that they have to patrol the city for devils in groups of 3. I can't believe schools let them do this shit.
Hey,
what
must
the
be
hell?
nice.
Yeah,
I wish I could do cool shit like this in high school.
I
We did
don't.
pretty cool
The
stuff, though.
Chainsaw Man devils are particularly crazy. I don't want anything to do with it. So, there's a team of 3 assembled, and it's Mitaka, the squid boy, from what I remember, and this new girl whose name I don't know. Is that the class president? Am I buzzing?
No, that's not her. It looks like her though. I had to double take too. Like, what? What? Didn't she just get popped? Like,
Yeah.
am I missing something?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. But yeah, that's where
They got turned into some like beef chuck stew.
Yeah. And that's where the chapters of Chainsaw Man ends. Josh, what did you think about the return?
Man, I was so hyped. Bro. Like, and it was the usual brand that I'm used to as well. Like, all right, give me a second. Let me just return to the first chapter just for a moment. I'm not going to go through it like I did with My Hero, but I like the character. I thought like, we're all expecting Chainsaw Man to have some type of twist or have this gruesome turn at some point, and the fact that I was still surprised and shocked in how it went down shows like, man, this guy's like, he still got it, man. Like, this is about to be a fun continuation of the series that I really enjoyed. There's certain characters I'm hoping returns, like the bomb lady, but I forgot her name. I love these characters and then I don't remember their names.
Reze is her name, I think.
Reze. You're like an encyclopedia, Chris. That's crazy. So anyway.
Hey, I don't know. I don't know about that. I could be wrong about the Squid Boy. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really interested in the War Devil. It's a very basic premise. I can't wait till we see Denji. I wonder how he figures into the situation. I thought that Makima. All right. I thought that perhaps Denji was older than like high school at this point in the series, and that perhaps it was Makima that was in high school. So that's probably why he had like a pin. That was my first thought, and then I realized, Denji's still just a teenager, right? Like he can go to high school.
Denji was still.
Did he want to go to school?
Yes, Denji was still technically a teenager at the time.
That's rough. He's been through a lot.
Oh yeah.
She don't want beef with Chainsaw Man. The War Devil thinks they want it, but they don't want it. I don't have anything else in particular to say. I want to hear your thoughts, I guess, bro. Like, I'm excited for it to return. I know it's gonna take some crazy turns. I really don't know what to expect, and I wonder when we're gonna actually see Denji.
Yeah, Brian, what did you think? I don't know if you're like an avid reader of Chainsaw Man. I know you do. You read it because we talked about it in its previous iteration, but what did you think, Brian? I don't know.
I'm definitely reading this this run around of Chainsaw Man. So I think this is a pretty interesting way to come back into the series, like kind of building up the antagonist of the series of this arc or whatever. Just to kind of ease us into the show again, kind of remind everybody what we're dealing with. I'm really excited to see Denji. I don't know why like Chris said, I did not read this series, but I'm still excited to see what the main character is up to. Like, I want to see this dude right now. I like this build up for the character, but again, I think Denji is like, it's not often that the main character is the best part of a manga, and Denji is the best part of this manga, like hands down. I'm really excited to see where he is and where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
Love that guy.
Yeah. So like I said, this was a really fitting return. You know what I mean? It's funny. We don't see Denji in the first 2 chapters since like Chainsaw Man came back, and it's you would think that they would want to open with it, but they don't. It's really this self-contained story within War Devil and Mitaka and this fucking chicken devil and all that stuff. But it's also got this weird, deep thing going for it. I don't know what, like, Fujimoto, the guy who writes this, is a very interesting mangaka because, like, in the interlude between Chainsaw Man's Part 1 and 2, he's been releasing these little, like, one-shots that are never meant to go to series. They're just, like, one-and-done stories. And they're all very good. There's, like, a weird... It's hard to say this about a series called Chainsaw Man, but there's, like, a very deep philosophical element to all of these stuff that all this like manga he's been putting out. And this is no different. It's very weird. It's it's very cloaked in this kind of silly veil. Like the chicken devil is a very good representation of what Chainsaw Man is. It's like it takes this very out there and strange premise and really turns it inward on itself. There's like a weird tragedy with Mitaka, as we see with her ending up killing the chicken devil at the end of the day, at the height of her realizing its value, even though she's wanted it dead this whole time. But the second that she finds out, all life is precious, and maybe things can be good for me, she ends up killing it, and she's like even worse off than she started. It's kind of wild.
It's like she got me upset.
Well, yeah,
she got under my.
Yeah, it's that thing at the end before she dies initially, is just the idea of, if I'd only known these things, and I could have lived a better life. If I had only appreciated the chicken devil while it was alive, and and during the 3 months, the 100 days that it was alive, and didn't wait to the last day to really like get to know it, then maybe I could have had a better life. I would have connected with all these people sooner. But yeah, very Chainsaw, and the War Devil being, has this chapter has like the encapsulation of what Chainsaw Man is. It's this weird, like, deep philosophy, and also gruesome and edgelord action. So I respect it, and I'm so glad it's back. Yeah, I can't wait to see what's next. I'm glad it's weekly too, to a degree. I thought it would come back being monthly. But I'm glad it's a weekly series, and I'm just glad it's back. If you haven't read Chainsaw Man, it is, until next week, under 100 chapters. So you could check it out pretty easy. All the volumes are out in English if you like to collect manga like I do. I have all 11 volumes of Chainsaw Man on my shelf. The Viz app puts free chapters out all the time. I imagine they put Chainsaw Man out recently again, so maybe you'll be able to read it for free. I don't know. Whatever you got to do to read it, read Chainsaw Man. It is one of the more unique Jump series that are out there, even though it's technically not on Jump right now. But it is crazy unique, very badass in a lot of places. Or wait for the anime. The anime is supposedly dropping at some point. That's another good way to absorb it. Brian, you're muted. I didn't hear what you said.
And the anime looks fucking incredible.
Yeah, the anime does look cool.
For what we've seen, looks absolutely stunning. So,
yeah. So, Chainsaw Man. I really enjoyed it, but that's all I got to say about it. Do you guys have any rebuttals? Anything else to say?
Nope.
Short and sweet.
Back.
Read Chainsaw Man. Watch Chainsaw Man. Fantastic series. Glad it's back. But let's get into it. Next chapter. Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh, hold up. Timeout. Chainsaw Man was welcomed in with open arms. It is by far the really good chapter of the week in the audience poll.
Certified RGC. Certified RGC. Certified.
Let's go, Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, I think it's the most voted on we've ever had. We had like 162 votes or something like that. It won 85% of the vote. So,
wow.
Yeah, pretty significant. So, if that's not more of a ringing endorsement for Chainsaw Man, please check it out for that. Everybody seems to be happy it's back.